Well, exciting week for everybody in South Carolina that loves baseball. Big rivalry series, and I know they're excited. I know we're excited. So anxious to get out there and play some baseball and see how everything looks. So be happy to answer any questions.
All right, we'll start with Dave.
How's it going, Mark? Thanks for
Dave.
Just a couple for you. Is there an update on James Hicks and what's your pitching rotation look like for this weekend?
Yeah, James Hicks will have Tommy John surgery, and this weekend we'll go with Will Sanders and then TBA after that.
Colin?
How do you kind of approach this weekend's pitching in terms of just having to lean on so many freshmen and so many new guys? Do you feel confident in the group you have, and how do you and Justin kind of manage that?
Yeah, I said it the other day. This group will be resilient. This group will band together. This group will give it everything it's got, and we'll go from there. We're not going to feel sorry for ourselves. We're not going to make excuses. We're going to ask guys to step up. We're going to ask guys to have bigger roles, and they need to do exactly that. So we'll band together, like I said, and we'll give it everything we got.
Mike?
Hey, Mark, I know you don't like to put, more weight on a series, but, for players and coaches, this has got to feel a little bit different, right? Going into this weekend series.
I think just knowing that the whole state really loves to watch it. I think they know that nationally this is a relevant series. So we're not going to put any more pressure on the guys. We're just going to tell them to go out and play great baseball. And you probably will have just a little bit more fan noise out there than maybe you're used to. And there'll be more media afterwards. But at the end of the day, it's still baseball. It's your rival. Let's go enjoy it.
John?
Yeah, Clemson's put up some pretty big numbers offensively so far. What have you seen out of them in scouting them so far?
Yeah, they're a complete team. They've been fielding it really well. They've been producing offensively. Their ERA is at a very low level. So they look to be a complete team. They look like they've bounced back from last year. So it's going to take everything we got, no question.
Colin?
What have you learned about your team through these first, 8 games? And what are some areas that you really like, and what are some areas you think that need to get better?
Yeah, again, health-wise, obviously that's the number one thing that needs to improve. We just need to get healthy. We need to have everybody available. We're far from that right now. So the key for this team is to just stay the course, stay positive, keep pushing forward. All those cliches that we all throw out there, but they're true. They're cliches because they can be true. And what I found is this team will fight. This team will battle. We've had some deficits that we've come back from to win games. And we have had guys step up so far. So we just need to continue to evaluate roles. We need to continue to evaluate who can increase their importance to the team and their contributions. And we'll continue to do that. So we won't be a finished product probably until, truthfully, maybe the second half of the season, once we get everybody back, once we get healthy. So the key is, in the meantime, just keep fighting. That's what it's all about right now. Band together and keep fighting.
Dave?
Mark, is it possible Josiah could pitch this weekend? Is his arm all healed up from that?
Probably not. A miracle could happen, but I'm not counting on that right now. So the oblique is better. The oblique is, knock on wood, not an issue right now. Now we just need the elbow to settle down a little bit too, but I don't anticipate that being a long-term issue.
And also, just about with Will Sanders, how have you seen him grow, throughout his freshman year? He obviously got the 2 wins against Clemson last year and only pitched 5 outs, and now he's going to be your number one guy going into this series.
Yeah, Will's a guy that's evolving as a pitcher. He's the classic projection pitcher. He came in as a long, lanky guy that needed some polish, but that had a really good arm and a great desire to learn. And he's been that every day he's been here. And I think Coach Meade did a nice job with him last year. I think Coach Parker is adding to that in terms of his overall polish and his ability to throw different pitches. I think his breaking ball has improved. I think he's added weight, which, long-term will benefit him both in velocity, but also the ability to go deeper into a game. So he's just improving at a very nice rate right now.
John?
Has Julian been able to start throwing a baseball at all yet?
Not yet.
Mike?
Mark, how beneficial is it to have 2 games in Columbia this year in this series instead of, having to go up to Greenville, obviously on Saturday, and then play in Clemson on Sunday?
Well, it's good for the fans, clearly. So you have 2 games local. Outside of that, it's a pro park. So whether it's Greenville, whether it's Charleston, whether it's Columbia, our guys love playing pro parks. We were in Charlotte recently, but they do such a great job over here in town at the pro park. They really support it. They put on a first-class atmosphere. So I love for our fans that they don't have to travel for that middle game, that are local. So that's the biggest benefit, in my opinion, is that it's great for the fans that it's so close.
Colin?
Carson Hornung's obviously started off the year pretty great. What have you seen from him, and how do you anticipate him kind of sticking in that leadoff spot for the foreseeable future?
Yeah, we'll see. We're evaluating that lineup every day in terms of how it flows, left-right matchups. We talk about it all the time. Do we want to move it around a little bit? Do we want to tweak it? You just want to maximize it and feel like it's working at 100% capacity. And so whether he's stays there, whether we move him down a little bit or more to the middle, he's taking quality at bats. And that's what we're asking out of our guys. Just take quality at bats, swing at the right pitches. If you get to 2 strikes, battle, and win your at bat. If you walk, if you get on via the hit, if you have a productive at bat in terms of moving a runner when you're supposed to, you win your at bat. And so that's just the constant focus we have, is when you walk to the plate, given the situation, given what's required for our team, just win your at bat. And he does a nice job of winning most of his at bats.
Dave?
Mark, another question about Will. Just how have you seen his confidence manifest itself, especially as he's gone from reliever to spot starter to Friday night ace?
Yeah, Will's always been a confident guy. He stepped on campus confident. I don't think you do what he did last year without being confident. I think a lot of that comes from his upbringing. He comes from a great family, and he's a self-assured kid. He knows that he can be really good. And I think once you have success, then the confidence continues to grow. And you gain your confidence through production you have that you can build on, and then your preparation. And he prepares as well as anybody we have. So production plus preparation leads to a very confident player.
John?
You got some veterans for sure in the rivalry, but a bunch of new guys, whether it's freshmen or transfers, in this. Do they ask questions? Do they understand what the rivalry is about? Does Andrew Eister address the guys? Like how does that dynamic play out in getting those guys prepared for this?
I think most of it just needs to be organic. The more you try to make something an issue, the more guys think that it's something out of the norm. And baseball is a sport that needs to have consistency. Baseball is a sport that needs to have routine. So we'll stay with the same routine in terms of our practices this week. We'll have the same routine tomorrow as we prepare for the game. And then it's just a matter of who plays better baseball. Everybody knows there's a little more heightened awareness in terms of attention. But at the end of the day, if you make too much of it, then guys start to play at not a relaxed focus, in terms of just their mindset. And that's where you want them. You want them relaxed, yet focused. And so if you put too much emphasis on it, then you get out of that comfort zone.
Colin?
Mark, do you know when James will have his surgery, and what's his kind of mentality? How has he kind of responded to what this last week's been?
Yeah, again, it's anytime a guy's season is over, he's disappointed, and we're disappointed for him. He'll have his surgery tomorrow and start his rehab immediately. So I would guess he'll be back for the majority of next year, which is a plus for next year's team. But right now it's something that we have to rally behind him. We have to rally in his absence and support him. That's what it's all about right now. We're his family here in baseball, and our job is to support him through this. But he was disappointed, clearly. Anybody would be.
Any more questions for Coach? All right. Appreciate it.
All right. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thank
Mark.
you.